Okay, so this mini PC is a GMKtec M7 and it's the first PC that I've ever had with an Oculink port. So the Oculink port allows you to connect a graphics card to it via an adapter like this Minisforum one. So I bought an NVIDIA GTX 1080 graphics card for £135. I haven't tested it yet and I haven't used Oculink yet, so I thought what I'd do is put it inside this old PC, which, as you can see, from a size point of view, it's much bigger than a mini PC. It's pretty old and it's pretty low spec, but I thought we'd put this graphics card in it because it's going to be the easiest way to test a second-hand graphics card to see if it's going to work. And also I thought it'd be interesting to see how this performs after all these years. Okay, so let's unscrew these bits and open it up. I need to disconnect this Wi-Fi adapter. And I'm going to use a different SSD in here, so I'll just put a fresh copy of Windows on it. So this one can come out, and I'll use this Kingston drive to put a fresh copy of Windows 11 on. There is a full-size drive in there. I think I'm going to disconnect that as well so I don't accidentally write over that. I might need to do a bit of cable management because I'm going to put a graphics card in here temporarily. This is going to be in the way, I think. We'll see. So it's going to be there. Oh gosh, it's a bit tight, so that drive's going to have to come out of the way. And what's this huge one here? USB. So let's reroute this a bit underneath everything. I'm just going to tuck this drive out the way a bit so it doesn't come anywhere near the graphics card fans. This is not a PC building tutorial, I'm just going to test it, but I thought I'd show this bit. So now on the back of the tower I've got a load of extra connections, so 3 DisplayPort connections, HDMI and a DVI connection as well. I've plugged a USB stick in here with Ventoy on it, and I've plugged in Ethernet, HDMI and power, and I've also got my little mouse keyboard dongle in there as well. Let's see if it starts up. Okay, so my USB stick has started up, so let's install Windows, not Windows XP, Windows 11. So unfortunately there wasn't enough room for the graphics card. This bit was getting in the way, so I took out this bit and I took out this bit as well because it wasn't doing anything. Because before my graphics card wasn't seated all the way in the slot because it was hitting the metal on this part. So you can see I've tidied up the wires so it's looking lovely and neat now. And it's working from the graphics card HDMI out, and as you can see, got Windows 11 and I'm installing the NVIDIA graphics drivers. And if you want to know what specs I'm working with, so we've got a Pentium G4600, which is 3.6 gigahertz, and I've got 8 gig of RAM in there. And as we already know, the graphics card is a GeForce GTX 1080 with 8 gig of RAM. Okay, so I've installed GTA 5 and it's just doing the benchmarking tests, and it seems to be able to hold it pretty well at 60 FPS. It's only using about 40 to 50% of the GPU at this time. And that's because the CPU is really underpowered for this graphics card. But it's looking pretty decent, pretty smooth at 1080 for such an old CPU, and only 8 gig of RAM, remember, as well. Let's just have a little drive around as it's taken hours to install GTA. It's over 100, I think it's 110 gig. Yeah, that feels nice. It's definitely not giving me 60, but the lack of RAM and the old Pentium processor are all going to contribute to that. It's definitely not the graphics card. But this was really just to tell if the graphics card was working, and it is, so I can stop there. So I've returned this PC to its original state and reinstated all the drives and everything. I was going to use this power supply with the Minisforum dock, but the thing is, power supplies are so cheap, and this is a lot neater. This is a 400 watt power supply. Obviously it's a new one as well, and I just think it will look better with the dock. So that's how I'm going to use it. and I'm just going to put this back together. I might run a little blower through it to get rid of some of the dust that's in here first. So this is my current gaming setup, the GMKtec AMD Ryzen 7 with an Xbox Series S controller, and I've got it plugged into a 48-inch LG OLED TV, and I'm happy with it. I play a lot of FC25 and Fortnite and a bit of GTA 5 and a lot of retro gaming as well, and it does the job, but Fortnite and also FC25 need to be at a lower resolution to be playable, and lower graphics settings as well. So let's introduce the dock. Here's the Oculink cable and some screws. I've also got this bracket as well. So the power supply is going to go on here, and there's some screws to fit it in. Yeah, I can see screw holes here to fit it in. Okay, so that's really simple. And in amongst these cables, I've got a large one that's going to fit onto here. So you can see that one. So I'm going to have to undo some of this. Yeah, so that's that one. And the 8-port, which is going to go into the graphics card, so that's going to have to come out. I suppose it doesn't need to go very far. That's probably going to be enough. Let's tie that up again. So that's going to slot in here. And then this should go into the graphics card. So graphics card is going to be this way around. So the metal goes, so the metal goes in on this side, and that pushes into place, and it's kind of flapping about at the moment without this bracket. And this bracket actually fits to the power supply, so this way around. Okay, I get it. And it's got a bit of rubber on it to keep it nice and firm. And then you can see here that if I lean the graphics card in, that reveals the holes, and I just screw into that. A bit easier with a screwdriver for this one. And now I just plug in this 8-pin cable. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's pretty neat. So let's have a good look around this. So this would be the front where I'm going to put it. And I've got the power supply just off to the side, and you can see where the cabling all is. I can obviously make this a lot neater. It would be nice if you could only plug in the cables you need, but obviously this is a standard PC power supply, so it comes with all the necessary cable for all the drives and everything else that you would have in a PC. But I think it looks pretty cool as it is, and it's certainly a lot smaller than my tower. And you can see off to this side, and then the back of it. So let's pop that there. Mini PC, Oculink cable, and in the front here, for testing I'll just use this WiMaxit 14-inch monitor, little mini HDMI, which is going to have to plug into the graphics card, power cable for the graphics card, power for the mini PC, and I'll power the monitor from the mini PC. So just a USB-C cable. So what happens when you turn on the mini PC without the graphics card being on? So it's plugged in, but this isn't powered at the moment. Of course, the HDMI cable at the moment is plugged into the graphics card, so let's move that over. There you go. So that's started up. And so this will be using just the onboard graphics at the moment. So let's shut that down. Plug the HDMI back into the graphics card. Power this up. So pressing the power switch on here. All my lights come on. And then start up the mini PC. Okay, so starting up. The HDMI is coming from the graphics card, so I know that it's working through the graphics card, and I didn't have to do any setup at all. So I guess I need to go to NVIDIA and install the graphics drivers. Official GeForce drivers. And I'll switch over to screen capture, but I just wanted to show it set up on the desk to show how everything works really. So power going into the main power supply. That's the HDMI cable going out and into this monitor. There's also the Oculink cable going from the mini dock into the mini PC, and the mini PC is powering this particular monitor. Obviously normally, well, my TV will be powered separately plugged in, but this monitor only uses 3 watts of power, which is quite incredible. And it's also touchscreen as well, so all of that's working. Even though it's going through the graphics card, it all works exactly the same. Very impressive. So GeForce product series, I think it's 10 series? Yeah, GTX 1080, Windows 11, GeForce Game Ready driver. So let's download that, 711 megabytes. And let's open that up and install it. I'm just going to do an express installation. Okay, so that's all finished. Let's close that down. Oh, and it's picked up some of the games that I've already got installed. Now, I've not been able to get the Crew working on the Intel Ultra 7 mini PC that I've got. And also, I tried it on the desktop computer you saw earlier on in the video, the old one. So let's see if this works. Brilliant. So the Crew quit out just as it did on all my other computers. Loads of people are having the same problem. So it started at 30 FPS because I had VSync on, but I've turned off VSync, and now you can see I'm getting above 60, which is all I really need because my monitor and my TV both run at 60. So it's not really going to make any difference to go higher than that. And the settings are on pretty high levels, and you can see we're hitting 100 FPS from my little mini PC. And it looks nice and smooth, looks nice and detailed. This is running at 1080. And let's see what happens when it goes into the city, see if it suffers any more with a lot more detail going on. Still seems to be up around the hundreds. That's pretty good. 120. Yeah, and it does look lovely and smooth. Yeah, very good. Right, let's try playing a bit of it. So what have we got if we drive reasonably fast and see how well it copes as it's bringing in all the extra scenery and everything. Yeah, so around about 100 FPS. Looking good, lovely and smooth. My capture's only 1080-60 as well, so you're not going to see it at 100 FPS. Yeah, that's definitely coping with that fine. Can I squeeze through there? Just about. Yeah, happy with that. Right, let's show you what the settings are on. 1920 by 1080. Population density, variety and scaling all on the highest level. As you can see here, texture quality very high. Everything's on very high. Reflection quality, ultra. Water quality very high, ultra. Soft shadows, it's using an NVIDIA plugin for that. Post FX, ultra. So basically using pretty high settings, and you can see on the advanced settings as well. So let's try something else. So Fortnite I've been playing at reasonably low settings. It's definitely been playable. The draw distance has been pretty good, but it doesn't look as crisp as it did on my Xbox. So let's try it on this. Oh, and it's offering to find the best settings. I thought the NVIDIA might have taken care of that. Let's see what it does. It looks pretty soft like that. I think they've gone a bit conservative. Right, so it's on 1080. Look, it's limited at 30, look. Okay, so I'll bung it up to 120 just because I can, even though the monitor's not going to show it. And let's see how well that works. Okay, so 115. Oh, it feels nice and smooth on this. Okay, well it certainly looks way better. Look, the detail on the people in the distance is good. Actually, where are they going? Let's try, I think there's probably something over here. Yeah, nice. There's someone else near me, isn't there? Oh. Oh, 2 people already, look. Well, hopefully you've been looking at the FPS, but it feels fine, so that's all I really need to know for me. So People in here. And it just looks way better than what I've been playing it at. Oh, another good weapon, that. Where are they? How can I not have beaten him? That's a good weapon. Right, whatever this is, I need it. What does it do though? Oh. Oh, is it like, does it protect me or something? Huh? War Machine's turret. Oh yeah. I'm going to be invincible with this, aren't I? Right, let's have a look and see. Oh, okay, we're well in the storm. That's all right. Oh. Right, why is my little guy not protecting me? And how does this work? I'm tempted to go in and use my chainsaw. The chainsaw's mental. He doesn't seem worried by me, does he? Oh, and let's have a little drive and see. So we're getting 107, 109. And if we boost, yeah, still keeps pretty good. So these guys aren't bothered by me. There's obviously something in there, isn't there? Oh, okay. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, look at all these weapons. Oh, let's just drop these because I don't really know what they are. And let's have that. That's my little guys there. What do these do? Okay. Okay, we'll try that. What a weapon. Oh. Oh, they're better than me. Oh, panicking. Yeah, they were better than me. Very good though. That was a great experience. Still in here. Oh, I've got The Witcher as well. So yeah, let's try a bit of The Witcher. Yeah, it's coping with this fine. Look at the sunset and everything. It just looks so lovely.
Let's go before any more show up. Did you know they eat the living, the blood? No.
Oh, it does look so good. Look at the scenery and everything. Amazing. And I've not played this game. I bought it because my son said it's a really, really good game and it went super cheap. But it looks so nice.
Oh, it's not exactly going up.
Yeah, happy with that. I think I'm going to put it underneath my TV. So it fits nicely under the TV, as you can see, and when I switch on the mini PC, it launches the graphics card. So you don't have to think about pressing two different buttons or anything like that. I can just leave this on all the time and it wakes up and closes down when you turn off the PC. And I've already played a game of FC25 and it looked much, much better than before. And the great thing is that Oculink also supports much faster than this graphics card, so I can do several upgrades of a graphics card and it will still be worthwhile. And if I get sent a new mini PC to test with Oculink that's an upgrade to this, then I can upgrade the PC in that way very simply. Okay, so I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.